in the soup. Once again, making sure to say that opening line that was, without a doubt, copied from Grimwald in the most awkward way possible. I suppose partially because I'm trying not to, accidentally start throwing in a fake accent to complete the fact that it's a total rip-off of another person's intro. Kind of like when I started using Hello Internet, Gix's intro for everything. I don't know, I just kind of like Back in the Soup. Really fits for this. Speaking of Grimwald, as per one of his suggestions on some video, I have started a fresh, new game. Hello. Okay, this is fucking weird. Man, this is fucking weird. Okay, so, when the controller overlays started happening here, I was technically, in a way, on the line, on a phone call with a person. We just, kind of mutually had each other muted, just to, well, kind of run up minutes or something, keep it intentionally vague, and, well, the phone call hung up as soon as this started happening, so that's a little fucking freaky. And, just as well, I had a dream to a similar level of freaky this morning. It's one of those ones that just feels so real. I mean, in this case, it was to the point of being able to actually see in the dream. What the hell's here, anyway? Yeah, being able to see in the dream through, a first-person's perspective. Through my own first-person perspective at that. And, like, seeing the world warp before my eyes. Like I was in an alternate version of this hotel room, then I suddenly ended up in the hallway. Okay, let's follow this man while I tell my story. Ended up in the hallway of my old home, leading to my original bedroom. Opened the door, walked into the bedroom, and it warped in front of my eyes to some other room. I don't think I even recognized what it turned into, but I mean, this is all among hearing voices and conversations. Kind of like it was back at college again, where you could hear people talking in the hallways because the walls and doors are paper thin. Fucking freaky. So you get that to start off the day. We get this situation to start up. Weird. Just weird. All after a day of unsuccessful apartment searching. So back to the original point. Started a fresh new game. Loaded this save directly afterwards, as it was suggested that maybe that could fix a few things up. It hasn't had any immediate obvious effects. Well, maybe maybe it has, because I don't remember there being. I mean, very nice. At least within the scope of this very broken playthrough, I've not seen a controller around this area at all. In fact, in this playthrough, I don't think I've seen a controller on this map outside of the Bloodsucker Village, period. Aw man, if only he was closer to that barrel. Alright. There we go. Still have to wait for a time where I feel like sitting down and spending a long time here reading all of this. Because it's really interesting stuff, and it's, for the most part at least, properly translated in such a way that makes sense. But it's just a lot of time to spend in the quite limited amount of time I have to record. You know, dedicated to sitting and reading something. Kind of interesting how the grass just stops at this point in the level. Pretty sure I know why it is. Because in vanilla, the level changer, I think was... How far back was it? Must have been something ridiculous, like around I want to say it's around here, but even then you can very clearly see the grass not being applied to this area from within the normal game boundaries, so it's just weird. I mean, the point is, you really can't see the majority of this part of this level at all in vanilla. Then again, this grass here, you obviously cannot see this from the normal playable area. So I don't know, maybe that theory is just improperly placed. I would also have to wonder why they bothered putting radiation barriers around here, because, well, really, you can't see this part either from the vanilla area. Anyway. Yeah, I can only hope that maybe things got fixed by following that suggestion. Though I don't think it will help very much for the issues I had in Lab X10, simply because I've got Kostya's quest there now. And you know what that means? There are teleports. And you know what that means? It's going to make it very difficult to do any other quests whatsoever in that lab. Granted, I've already completed the one for Owl's documents, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. That's one I see people talk about on the forums a lot. You know, that's being troublesome. Yeah, let's go through the forest, because I think I recall seeing somebody interesting on the context radar when I was searching for that stash. The Kostya stash. Just gotta dodge all the anomalies and the radiation, hopefully not die. And look at that, it's the guide. Let's see what he's got to say about this. Is there even a campfire here? No, it's just the fire effect. That's interesting. You're gonna start a forest fire, man. Alright, so he hasn't really got much interesting to say. What is interesting about him, though, is he's here in considerably less protection than I, and he is, handling this radiation quite well. Whoop. That was just a snork. Dude. Yeah, it was. The reverb makes him sound a little scarier, though. Just one of the many reasons advanced audio effects, such as those provided by EAX back in the day when, people weren't always going for CPU-powered sound, which is just terrible, because, I mean, really, even with the strength of CPUs these days, why would you not want to offload something like that to a dedicated hardware device? I mean, isn't that the entire point of graphics processors, to offload graphics processing to a dedicated device? Why has doing so for sound fallen out of favor? That's just something I don't get. Granted, with regards to that, I could have made a better choice with my dedicated sound card. Recon 3D is not bad for playback, but I don't know, maybe it's not actually the card, but just the ground loop fault thingy. Very nice way of putting it. Starting off technical and ending with thingy, like something out of a sitcom. But, yeah, maybe something like that, causing a lot of interference. I've just had zero luck getting good quality out of the inputs of this sound card, or rather, no matter, holy shit. Oh no, these are all the guys that I spawned in. Okay, so, yeah, they've definitely been picking up these blank smart terrains because the, people that are supposed to be there have not shown up. Okay, so far, no real signs of any fix other than a controller being in a new place. Although that big A-Life pause gives some sort of hope. Yeah, no stalkers camping out around here. Myself quick. But yeah, granted, you're not going to get much in terms of quality out of the 3.5mm jack anyway. It's, without a doubt, quite limited. You're generally better off with USB anyway. So if you really want to get into the ultimate top tier of audio quality, from what I hear, XLR is the way to go, but that, that involves phantom power, lots of really expensive setup and shit. And, I mean, for most uses, I don't think, Yeah, for most applications, I don't think you'd really need to go all out with XLR unless you've really got the money to burn on it. I always wondered what these could have been. You know, maybe if the area was slightly more fleshed out. Yeah, unless you really got the money to burn and you don't really care. Not really much point in going for XLR unless you're really going for something amazing. So, I mean, like professional music production, professional talk host, talk shows, voiceovers, voice acting. Those are all great for XLR. YouTube, unless you've got a big, very popular channel with a partnership and you're raking in lots of dough, or you just otherwise have a lot of money from having good employment. Not much point in going all the way up to XLR. How did I get on to rambling about audio interfaces for 30 minutes? I don't know. I just know 3.5mm input jack is going to be limited in the quality it can pull in, but it should do better. It does do better than what I've been able to get with this computer, and it's, well, both of my computers actually, and their audio inputs.
Come closer. Let's have a little talk. Don't stand there like a fool. Come closer.
Get out of here, Stalker.
Let's have a little talk.
Let's see. Yeah, I suppose in general it's just somewhat disappointing how I've just not been able to get the kind of quality out of this interface that I'd like to be able to. Of course, it would be a moot point if I were to be able to get back into a situation where I could use my condenser microphone instead of this headset. Though I will say when that day comes, I will definitely miss the ability to simply mute the microphone. A mine! I need to save my money. I'm gonna get that bioradar. Just jump and land on head on a spike. Not morbid at all. Alright, let's take down some bloodsuckers. And hopefully find a stash hidden in the lab that is afflicted by teleports. Of course, thinking about it a little bit more, I suppose if I move towards STAL.K.E.R for a more recording solution, as getting the time to edit things is definitely becoming more and more difficult. Those are in terrible condition. Could always just mute the microphone through the STAL.K.E.R feature to do so. It's always a possibility. help on code drawing up is in a hiding place in this laboratory. Okay. So, do I still have the... No, I do not. Great. Guess I'll have to make do. Also have to hope that something actually spawns in here so I can feel like being here is pointful. So I would really hate to go in here yet again for yet another quest and then just have it blank and empty, devoid of any purpose, because spawning is broken. Weird. Don't remember there being a huge spike in radiation there. Maybe the amount of times I've had to be through this in this playthrough, you'd think that would be different. Okay. Strange occlusion error on this barrel for a moment. Weird. I don't know. I'm just having a hard time seeing this chain link fence from certain angles. And not that it's gonna matter on the YouTube end, because it's going to be impossible to see it. Again, hell, this video may come up or even be uploaded when I'm at the new apartment, whichever one that is. But I'm still going to encode it for the time being at the low settings. Oh, come on! Come on, you must be joking. A Tushkano is not going to get killed by that. Nope. Oh. Fuck off. Damn rats. Nice bit of Periodalia, I think is pronounced here. Yeah. No idea how it's going to come out on YouTube, besides terribly, but that looks like a very creepy face. Go away. Ah, computer. Nothing on it. Okay, so far there's been Tushkano. There's been marked one getting hungry. No doubt partially due to this. And there's been... I don't actually know where in this place the documents are supposed to be, nor where the teleports that are supposed to plague this place are going to start. See, I'm presuming I'm going to need to find this stash to be able to get the information to put the code together. Invisible barrel again. Okay, don't even have any bloodsuckers. Come on, I thought this was supposed to be Bloodsucker Heaven. I thought this was supposed to be dangerous. Dushkano don't really qualify as this. Not even when trying to go to the Oasis. So, yep, nope, no Monolithian. He's gone. Though I wonder if, since I still have the quest, it is still counted as, well, the level is still counted as being intended to, you know, work on that. But that's possibly causing some issues. So whenever where you look, you're given advice to only do one NS quest in LabX 10 at a time. Which would suggest that, once again, the NS game designers have done a fantastic job at making an easily broken game. Yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, son of a bitch. Shit. Okay, well, I know where the teleports are. Okay, so I'm not prevented from leaving the level. That's good. I'm just constantly jerked around. Where the hell in the level is this? Hold on, I don't recognize this. Okay, that's just a blank room with a pipe in it that you can't really see from any angle. A couple pipes, actually, so it's probably just kind of copy-pasted from a few other rooms. I don't recognize it, though. Okay, I'm just being jerked around. Or is this supposed to be a puzzle? So that takes me to this door. Going left will take me to the start. So I gotta go to the right. And to the right? No. Okay, I have to admit, this is actually more like it. This is the thing that really bothers me about the Russian mods. They're so inconsistent. The 1 second they're doing something really brilliant and genuinely awesome. The next they're teleporting you in the middle of 3 guys with exoskeletons and high-powered weaponry. And then designing quests such that if you have more than one going on at a time that happen to take place in the same area, they can break. So what happens if I go this way? It takes me to here. Okay, now. Actually, wasn't really able to keep track of every turn that I made. So am I going the right way? I would assume there isn't a teleport in this room, because it's too easy to just break your way out of it. Have I escaped the teleport triggers? Seems to be the case. Maybe. I'm not sure, though. I'm not sure. Place does still seem to be pretty barren, other than a few ambient sounds, and the already taken care of Tuscano.